I have all my unboxings to do. I got 2 stacks in front of me of stuff that people have sent me. It's been a year since I've last updated anybody on this shit. So, alright, let's go ahead and get started. So first, if you were paying attention to my life, um, you will know that I won a giveaway during the Shell Shock Rewind Awards for Cinematograph. You know what it is. And then the prize was three releases of your choice. So, I received them post haste, and I wanted to show you what I picked. So first, I got Go Fish, because this is the lesbian one, and I heard it wasn't selling very well. So I wanted to... I mean, I guess I'm not supporting it that much if it's free, but I'll be able to show it off. I might do a review for it if I feel so inclined. You got like a fucking ribbon going on with these guys. And then I don't have enough room to do this, dude. I'm just doing my best. You have a little media book thing. It's a soft texture. And then it's a book. And then the disc. Lovely. So that's one. The second one that I got was Dangerous Game. This is one that I got because I asked in Mr. Ryan Disconnected's chat which one they would recommend I get. And people said, hey, you specifically would love this movie. It's freaky and weird and depraved and fucked up. And you'd like it. So there's the back. And then same thing here. I don't know if I'm going to show all these because they're kind of the same. But yeah. I still haven't watched any of these. I know. It's fucked up. I'm working a lot and I don't have as much time to watch stuff as I would like. But it is what it is. And then the final one, I figured strategically. I'm looking at Dangerous Game on my shelf. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah. That is how it goes, right? Last one. I wanted to be strategic, and I was like, one of these should be 4K. Even though, honestly, on average, the Blu-ray titles that they put out were more interesting to me, just in terms of the type of films I like. But there was one 4K in particular that I thought looked right up my alley, and that would be Thieves Like Us, Shelley Duvall, Keith Carradine, Robert Altman. You know what it is. Robert Altman is a goated boy. We love him. He's great. Okay. So this next one, somebody who I will not name because I don't want to get their name wrong. This was a while ago. This is all just so the context for this, because I'm going to show a lot of stuff. But like, I used to do the subscriber unboxings like more regularly, but I haven't done it in over a year. So this is a year's worth of stuff. So it's not like I'm getting crazy stacks of shit all the time, but a year's worth. All right. So defensiveness out of the way. Somebody messaged our friend Mr. Ryan Disconnected and asked him if they could send him and me copies of this movie. So it like kind of went through him first, which is why I can't just pull up this person's message. I don't remember. I went through our messages to try and find it, and I guess it's too far back. He did answer in time. You can always count on him. Let me message him back. All right. Thanks, Ryan. So I'm glad I didn't say this person's name because I did get it wrong. I think I got it confused with the director of this film. But a person named Derek sent over this Radiance edition of Haxan, which I'm extremely excited about for a few reasons. One, because I wouldn't have bought this on my own because I have the Criterion and I'm pretty happy with it, but having received this, I'm now really glad I have it. And if you have the option, get this one because it's better. There's more stuff on it. Although I think the Criterion might have exclusive stuff to that too, and it is really good. So it is just kind of a situation where you should get both. And I hate that that's the solution, but it is what it is, right? But the next reason that I'm really excited that I got it is because it is sold out on a limited edition, and this is one of the nicest limited edition packagings that I can think of seeing. The letters on this are like embossed, and they're also embossed on the side. And then it's like shiny. It's reflective. It's pretty nice. And then we have the thing, right? with the original. It is reversible. I'm trying to remember. Let me check what the reversible looks like. I need a bigger desk. This is getting kind of ridiculous, to be honest. So you get a booklet and 2 discs, and then the reversible is, I mean, I guess it's reversible, but it doesn't have the like information on it, so it's just artwork. So I wouldn't reverse it, and I didn't reverse it, but it's not the artwork that's on the slipcase. And then you get this really lovely book with like, it's pretty chunky, and it's got all sorts of lovely stuff in it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm really excited that I have this. Derek, if you happen to be watching, thank you. I really appreciate it. Kind of came out of nowhere, but it was very kind of you, and I do appreciate that. Okay, next, it is time for me to take some accountability. We're doing accountability time right now. So I received some review copies a long time ago, and to be completely honest with you, so this is what happened. Brad from TerraVision reached out to me and asked if I wanted review copies to start reviewing their releases on my channel, and I said, yes, of course, I would like that. What I should have said is, yes, but not yet, because I'm not ready to go back into making content yet. And I thought I could handle it and like start doing it again, but there was still too much going on. I was still on hiatus, and I just didn't think it was going to happen. Or I did think it was going to happen, but I was wrong. So we got those in, and he told me it was all good, take my time, but then the next month came and went, and I didn't get them again, which makes sense because I didn't put up the reviews yet. So I was kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. So I'm not going to bring it up or do anything about it again until I have these reviews up. And I think I'm going to start doing the review copy reviews and just like Blu-ray reviews in general, like on these streams, so that it kind of forces me to do it. And I have like a deadline or like some kind of structure for when I should be doing these, you know? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So you can expect reviews for the following titles within the next couple weeks. And I'll give you my brief thoughts on the ones that I have seen. So this is my public apology that I haven't done these reviews yet. Basically, past the time that it was clear that like they were relevant, like then it just, the anxiety built up and up and up, and I just kept putting it off, and it is what it is. Or I'm just a garbage person. That is also perfectly plausible. But we have Satanic, so I'll need to watch this soon because I dig this artwork quite a bit. Reversible art, you know what it is. The first title from Greyface, which they're like a few in at this point, River, and I really like. Vince liked Satanic, so that's cool. That inspires confidence. This one looks really good. It's just like I think it's more like a drama than like a straightforward horror thing. I know Chloe from Greyface does the artwork on these, and she does an amazing job, like straight up. And we have the reversible on that too. Trying to figure out how to minimize this glare because it's not great. What can you do? Oh, the sun is going down and it's like hitting me in my face. That's what's happening. And then these last two I have seen, so I can give kind of like teaser reviews for them, but I won't do my full review yet. And this is so ridiculous. This one is Papatopoulos. This is the documentary about, what is his name? I'm fully blanking on his name right now. Jim Wynorski. He created a film entitled The Witches of Brestwick. And this is the making of documentary. Jim Wynorski. Yeah, thank you, Anthony. This is the making of documentary about that film, and it is much better than the actual film itself, like 10 times better. The documentary is certainly enlightening and interesting, and there's a lot going on. Hey, MMT 2013 with the $5. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Shout out. We got our first donation today. Happy birthday. Thank you. I appreciate that. And you make Godzilla happy. There's always incentive. Stormy Daniels is in this. Famous for almost taking down Donald Trump until we decided that rich people don't have to suffer consequences for their actions. That's a bummer. Jeff says, didn't know that. I'd totally watch that documentary. Yeah, it's fun. And the film that they made is also included on it. But I'm going to be straight up with you. It's one of the worst films I've ever seen, and it's like not even close. Yeah, the movie is terrible. There's a reversible on that. Okay, next. Here's a movie that I really liked. and a release that is amazing. And hello, thank you for being here. I will be showing off the things you sent me in an amount of time. Worse than the Bear Wench project? I don't... Did he direct that too? Because that sounds like some shit he would do. Let's see. I'm looking that up. It is. I haven't seen it, but I think it's the same idea. Let's all take a moment, I think, to appreciate this poster. That's a true artist at work, right there. That is a true artist at work. How could you not want to see that? Jim Wynorski is an auteur like none other. Look at that man. Here's the one that's on the disc. You can see my rating. Yes, high quality stuff here. But the next one is Nailgun Massacre. I believe this is still available, and you should absolutely get it. It's got a reflective slipcover. It is embossed all around, and it's on 4K, which might be counterintuitive because it's such a cheap movie, and it's on 16, I think, but I'm being so for real with you. Here, you could try to see the artwork. Yeah. It's one of the best transfers I've ever seen. It's actually kind of insane how good it looks. It shouldn't look as good as it does. So with these two, I just gotta go and I gotta go through the special features so I can do a proper review. And then the other two, I gotta watch them. So we'll be doing reviews for that. Taking Accountability Part 2. I got way too overambitious and I thought, oh, TerraVision's sending me stuff. I can do that. Now let's see if I can get going with something else. So I reached out to Craig at Deaf Crocodile and I was like, hey, I don't know if you're doing review. Oh, I saw that he posted something that like the review copies for something were out. And I was like, hey, yeah, Jeff says Nailgun Massacre rules, highly recommended. Yeah, listen to Jeff. It's fucking sick. Deaf Crocodile. They were like, review copies for this are out. And I was like, hey, is there a review copies list? You should put me on it. I do reviews for your releases and I do a good job. And so he talked to Dennis and he was like, yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. So they sent me The Savage Hunt of King Stack. I think that's how you pronounce it. So again, I've just been sitting on this because I felt extra bad about this one because I actually reached out and like tried to sell myself and I was like, hey, I can totally fucking do this, but it turns out I couldn't. At least not at the time. I'm going to review this one and then we're going to reach back out and like I might review some other Deaf Crocodile releases just like as a show of goodwill, token of good, just for, you know, an olive branch sort of thing because I fucked this one up pretty bad. But we'll get back to it. But yeah, this is like a folk horror thing, so I wanted to make sure that I could review this one because it's definitely like my kind of thing. We have a beautiful little, they nailed this one. The J card, it folds perfectly in on itself. There's no creasing and it's very thin, so it just fits right in the case. So I don't have to throw it away. I have all this information, but I don't have to have it on the thing because I hate J cards. So that is really nice. We have this cover art. The back of that. Ugh, Deaf Crocodile, y'all are the fucking best. I forgot you did this. They have a fucking QR code for transcribed bonus content. Bro. The accessibility here is just unmatched. I mean, come on. Y'all fucking nailed it. And then you have this chunky booklet with some beautiful stuff in it. Okay. So that's accountability time out of the way. Jeff, if you're still in the chat, this is for you. So Jeff sent me some old Blu-rays that he upgraded to 4K, which I'm excited about. They're both from Severin Films. This one is hardware. And then he sent me his namesake, which feels special. Dr. Butcher MD, aka I think Zombie Holocaust. Yep. Both versions on here. And then it also comes, this would be the second in my collection. Hi, Jeff. So this is for you. This is the second barf bag in my collection, and they actually look very similar. So that's fun. I guess this is just what printed barf bags, that's fun. Barf bags look like. Do they have to be red? Because both of mine are red. I don't know. He is a depraved, sadistic rapist, a bloodthirsty, homicidal killer, and he makes house calls. Big Pharma. Am I right? Yeah, it's a real barf bag. So I really could. If I was feeling up to it. If I wanted the authentic experience. What is hardware even about? I don't actually know. Let's see. It was the movie that stunned audiences, shocked the MPAA, and marked the debut of one of the most uncompromising filmmakers in modern horror. Stars as a post-apocalyptic scavenger who brings home a battered cyborg skull for his metal sculptor girlfriend. King. We love a wife guy. But this steel scrap contains the brain of the MARK-13, the military's most ferocious biomechanical combat droid. It's cunning, cruel, and can reassemble itself. Tonight it is reborn, and no flesh shall be spared. So it's kind of like Terminator. Similar thing going on, I guess, right? Is that the idea? Am I getting that correctly? Anyway, I'm excited for both of these. And then, I guess, I feel like I talked about this in public already. I feel like I did. Oh, I did because I picked one of these movies for the unwatched pile over on Chasing Labels. But at some point, Dr. Jeff Butcher was talking in our Discord, which you can join at patreon.com/Cabra if you want to come hang out with us, was saying that this went on sale on Amazon, and encouraging people to buy it because he said it was really, really great. And I was like, yeah, I would, but I don't have any money right now, which is usually true. And it was true at the time, right? And he was like, whatever, I'll get it for you. I'll send it to you. And I was like, wow, thank you so much. That's very kind. And here I am saying thank you again. It is the Nasty Habits Nunsploitation collection. Very on brand. Horny nuns for me. Hell yeah. I actually did watch everything on here, so let's go through it. And I'll try to be careful because I don't know what will get me in trouble. Let's see. This one looks like it's fun. Christiana Devil Nun. This is actually one that I rented back a while back and was the reason why I was like, okay, I definitely want to get the rest of this. Yeah, I can't show that one. This one's kind of weird. It takes like a weird turn halfway through. It kind of goes in directions I wasn't expecting, and it's also like it's a rough source material too, so it looks kind of bad, but it is what it is. You know, your mileage may vary on these type of things, but it's very horny. There's definitely like some. I think this actually does have hardcore inserts in it, depending on which cut you watch. I'm pretty sure it does. So there's that one. And then this one was my favorite. It's definitely exploitation-y, if that's the term we're going to use. It's definitely adjacent to that sort of thing, but I think it's still like at its heart mostly just like a drama, and I really, really like it. It definitely gets into the kind of psychology of like being a nun who is experiencing romantic and sexual feelings, because that's a real thing. Story of a cloistered nun. I really, really enjoyed this. This is like a solid 8 out of 10. Like, I would just have this in my collection on its own, and like I really like it. So, highly recommend that one. And then another one that I recommend for different reasons, from the freak Joe D'Amato, with a great commentary from Kat Ellinger that I recommend listening to if you have this release. How do I strategically censor this? Let's see. I think I can get away with this. This is images in a convent. This is just porn about nuns that are horny, and it is good. it gets the job done. It is as advertised. I like it a lot. And then the final one, which I really enjoyed, but has way too much like animal sex in it. Like there's a very extended sequence of horses having sex in this that I didn't care for, but whatever. This is the true story of the Nun of Monza. Real classic Italian exploitation type of shit, right? So overall, I love this set. I think it's great. I really like the box that it's in. I like the square black cases and everything. It's just, and Sister Hyde fucking crushed it on the artwork. And overall, it's just a chill, cool box. I'm glad to have, and I really enjoyed, and will be prominently displayed, and will be very on brand on my shelf. I see my my box set is coming apart a little bit at the seams here. That's okay. Yeah. It's like, you see that? I don't know if that was my fault, because it's been moving around a lot, so I could have easily done that. And it's been a long time at this point, so I have no idea what it looked like when I first got it. Next. this is a bit weird to say. It feels strange, but it is a thing that happened. I was talking to Oscar over at Vinegar Syndrome, because he's the best, and he kind of saw and was aware of like some of the things that were happening in my personal life, and he was just like, "Hey, that's really rough. Like, I get it. Would you like any releases that you need to fill in your collection?" And I was like, I mean, if you give me a number, yeah, I can come up with a list pretty quick. And so it wasn't like it couldn't be any partner labels or anything like that, but he said 7 was the number. So I picked 7 things, and now I'm going to show them to you. Oh, some of my Severin box sets have done the same thing. Okay, so it's not just me. Yeah, it's like a little thing on the bottom. I don't know. But from friend of the show / friend of me, Oscar Bescher from Vinegar Syndrome. First, The Tale of Tiffany Lust. I wanted to go ahead and get this because I was at the time very curious. This was pre-Punk Vacation. At the time, I was very curious about these Melusine releases because they are chunky and they are a little bit expensive and they are beautiful looking, and I wanted to see what they looked like in person. So they have this sort of like ribbon opening thing, and you get this lovely image that I hope doesn't get me demonetized, but they're just singing karaoke, okay? There's nothing wrong with, like, on Lesbian Visibility Day, you would demonetize me for this? Unbelievable. And then now they're just dancing, okay? There's nothing wrong with karaoke and dancing. YouTube.net. And then so it does that, and then I need to actually show this unboxing because it's crazy. It still comes up from the top, and then you have more artwork. So we are 3 layers deep at this point, and I tried to describe this, but it's easier to just show it. And you have this on the back, but the slipcover, whereas typically it goes in the top, it's actually cut on the sides. So let me make sure it's safe. Yeah, we're good. So you slide it out this way, and then it's reversible cover art. Your stuff on the back. Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure I can show that. Okay. And then, yeah, there's reversible cover art. You got your 2 discs. And then sometimes there's booklets in here. There's not in this one, but there's that one. Next, we have Blonde Ambition, the next one from Melusine. Oh, they're backwards. This whole stack is backwards. Okay. So that's the front. We had the gold foil, black chunk going on. It's a whole thing. You know what it is. Thanks, Quinn. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm double checking these to make sure I can show it. Yeah. So you have this, and then that. Blonde Ambition is amazing, by the way. It's so good. Tale of Tiffany Lust is really good too, but I really like Blonde Ambition. This is one of my top picks when I recommend hardcore titles to people. And you have this beautiful slipcover. Look at that. It's a gorgeous poster, and it's really nice colors in person and everything. This is hella still available, and you should absolutely buy it. Okay, we're good to show that too. We got embossing and stuff. I don't know, man. They're just real elaborate, you know? And then, yep, at the back. I gotta be careful showing the smut live. I can't edit it, you know? This one does have reversible, but here, I'll just show you if I can. Yes, I can. It's reversible, but it's kind of a silly thing. It's just like artwork on the inside, so this is where I have it flipped. Again, I need more room. There's so many moving pieces to this thing. They're all falling. Oh boy. Okay. So, how do I explain this? Okay, so this is what I have showing now, even though it's the exact same artwork, because this has all the notes and the barcode and everything. And then if you flip it, I mean, you could flip it and then it's just different artwork, but you're not going to get all the specs and the special features and everything like that. It's just going to be artwork, right? So that's how I have it, but, you know, do what you want. I'm not your mom. Next, we have Southern Comfort. This one sold out kind of shortly after I got this. But yeah, this looked like really nasty. Like, kind of a Deliverance type thing, which is one of my favorite movies, and I don't think it's quite as nasty as that, but I think it's supposed to be pretty rough, pretty fucked up. So I'm excited about that. You got your classic magnet clasp thing going on, and then you got artwork, all Tony Stella artwork, by the way, whose work is always stellar. No. Nope, nope, nope. And then it's the land of hospitality unless you don't belong there. That is a vibe when you're a queer person in the deep south. I'm not in the deep south right now, but when you get into the weird areas and shit, it's like, ugh, southern hospitality, huh? The reversible cover art. Oh, I forgot to show the whole point of what I was gonna do. God damn it. In Blonde Ambition, there's postcards and a booklet in that. I'm not unboxing all of that again, but it's nice that that's in there. And then you get a chunky booklet. Literally says not since Deliverance on here. I mean, this artwork is hard as fuck, dude. Like, it's good stuff. Southern Comfort was cool. I really enjoyed that one. It's not near as fucked up as Deliverance, though. Well, there's not a ton that is, right? There's more artwork in there. Yeah, I love the look of this. And usually I don't know, the VSUs are not typically my kind of thing. They're kind of like cheesy, like blockbuster B movies, I guess. Which is fine. I'll watch something like that, but I don't know that I need to drop a bunch of money on it. But, you know, there's a few titles for sure, like Showgirls and Roadhouse and this one that I'm certainly keen on. So, there's that. This one, is it sold out? Let me double check after this. I need to clean this. I don't know what's on this. Some kind of glue or something. Thank you, Caveman. I am beautiful. I appreciate that. The Caveman agrees. Right? Anyway. This is Undeclared War. I wanted this because it's Ringo Lam, who directed Burning Paradise, which is one of my favorite martial arts films I've ever seen. And this is a VSA, so once it's sold out, it's not coming back, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. Oh man, I don't want to take this out, because these VSAs, with this part here, they get stuck, and it's a whole thing. It is sold out, so I don't think they're going to be doing... I mean, they might do it as like a rewards thing, like they did for some of these other ones, but here, I'll share with the class. It is indeed sold out, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. I'm excited to see it. And Tony Stella artwork, yet again. I don't even have to check. I know that just from looking at it, because he's very recognizable like that, you know? Next. I just wanted this. This was the one that was the least strategic, I think. I just, like, was like, I want that. This is Ebola Syndrome. This movie kicks ass, dude. It's so gross. There's some crazy shit that happens in this. But I was like getting into Cat 3 stuff, and I was like, I mean, that's the one to watch, right? There's that. We got our boy, Anthony Wong. I guess he's chopping his ear off or some shit. He doesn't look good. It's been a minute since I've seen it at this point, but we've got a booklet in here. Reversible. You know the deal. But yeah. Ebola Syndrome. It's nasty. Gross shit. There's some animal violence in this, by the way. If you are like me, sensitive to that kind of thing, they do be chopping up frogs in this one, which is a bummer. The next one, so I had requested Little Darlings, but he said that he couldn't send that one for whatever reason. I don't remember exactly why. It didn't count or something. I don't know. But he threw in a surprise instead, and this is a film from Command Video, directed by Roberta Finley, and it is Fanta Sex. Which sounds like you're having sex with a soft drink or like a soda fountain or something, but a super underrated film. More people need to see Ebola Syndrome. Been on that film for years. I feel like if you're into that kind of thing, it's like one of the greats, like one of the classics, but for the average horror fan, no, they're not. They're not out here repping Ebola Syndrome, you know? Anyway, you got Reversible. The glare is terrible. I like the subtle differences in the artwork there. This one is okay. There's some weird stuff in here. There's some fairly offensive stuff in here, to be honest. That I wasn't stoked on, to be honest. And like, for a hardcore adult title, like it's fine. But I was glad to have seen it, and I'll hang on to it for whatever reference purposes I might need it for. And then finally, Anthony, I hope you're still here. This one's for you. The final one. I asked him if this would count first as one title, and he said sure. But I got the Taboo box set from, yeah, 1 through 4. The artwork from our friend Steak Mountain. I don't know if I can show these discs, actually. That one's fine. That one's fine. That one's questionable, but I'll do my best. I really like this artwork. Taboo. And then 2 and 3. And then I'll do my best here. 4. So these are all incest films. Which I think it's still fairly taboo, even with, I like this. When you take when you take the top off, it wraps around and says the ultimate sin. It's up there. Even with tube sites being what they are these days, where that's everywhere, I feel like this is still pretty out there, pretty taboo. Says it on the top too. But I think at the time it was a pretty big deal. So I still haven't watched these. But I've heard, mixed things about them, but I also think it's just something that I think will be interesting. So the next one is from my friend Sasha, who you'll recommend, or who you'll thanks, Quinn. I appreciate that. Who you'll remember from the end credits sequence of my videos, because she is a top-level patron. So I don't remember what the occasion was, but she sent me a box of stuff. So she sent me some things, just like a sort of grab bag of stuff. There was a lot of things in there. There were some cool prints that you can kind of see. I don't know how well you can see them, but they're next to my Doug Bradley prints. And then she sent me some books. She sent me the Alien versus Predator novelization, I think, or was it just Predator? I'm not sure. I can't quite see it. It's behind stuff. The Clive Barker Books of Blood, which I'm really excited about. The We Need to Talk About Kevin novel, the Mysterious Skin novel, and also a Mysterious Skin DVD, which I gifted to Val because I don't really watch DVDs. But this one I did keep because you can't really get it or even see it anywhere. But she also sent me this Afropunk documentary, which I'm pretty excited about. I think that looks really cool. I was going to open it, but it's still sealed. So we'll do that another time. She also sent me this. Is it still in there? No, I pulled the code out. Okay. Monster Calls. I read the book actually, and it's pretty decent. So I've been meaning to see this. So it was nice. And then we have more porn. We love to talk about porn. We have Deep Inside Annie Sprinkle, who is one of my favorite people. Pretty sure I can show this. Yeah. I still haven't seen this, but I am very excited to. We have a booklet. We have reversible cover art. Actually, what does it look like? I don't think I can show it. That's a tough call. I like both of them, but I think I'm going to keep this one because it's got nice colors that I like. If you haven't listened to the Rialto Report episode about Annie Sprinkle, you should, because the interview with her is great. And then that was my phone. That's okay. We'll get that in a second. My last one from her is Farewell Scarlet, which I really enjoyed. This is like a kind of pulpy, maybe not noir, but like one of the like kind of old school, like cheesy mystery movies or detective movies, but it's pornographic. It's about a woman who's murdered at an orgy and kind of goes from there. It's fun. I like it a lot. So I recommend it. We have 2 left. Not 2 titles, but 2 people left to thank. This is from Anne, who was in the chat earlier. I don't know if she's still here, but she sent me a few things. The first of which being The People's Joker from Altered Innocence with this gorgeous slipcover that I'm very excited about. Hey, you are still here. Thanks for being here. Then you have the reversible original cover art. I know Val is a big fan of this movie and is still hopefully in the chat. Yep, there he is. Like clockwork for The People's Joker. I still haven't seen it. I don't know why I'm I think the hype is so high. That's why. I figured it out immediately. The hype is so high, and I tend to get anxious about engaging with media when the hype is just really, really high. But Val, we should watch it together sometime. Anyway, that artwork is sick, and I love it. And I'll need to see it before I finalize my 2024 list. So, next is Trans Love Indeed. Let the Corpses Tan. I actually started to watch this, and then something came up, and then I forgot about it. But Let the Corpses Tan is like such a hard title. Like, that title is fucking sick, you know? A perverse, blasphemous Western that will blow your mind. I mean, that sounds like my kind of thing, right? This is from Kino. Also from Kino, we have Wife of a Spy from... Oh, I thought it was Park Chan-wook. It's not. It's Kiyoshi Kurosawa. Yeah, the director of Cure, Pulse, and Tokyo Sonata. Wow, the New York Times says, narrative perfection with every scene perfectly calibrated. Masterful. I mean, that's high praise. I have seen Pulse, and I think it's pretty decent. I still haven't seen Cure, which... I know, I need to get on that, but... I'm excited to see both of these. So, thank you again for that. It is highly appreciated. What is next? Oh, my friend Stephen Perkins, who is usually in the chat, but is hosting a film screening type thing right now, so he couldn't make it. Said he had too much stuff in his collection. I know how that goes, right? And that he wanted to pass along the stuff that he wasn't going to be keeping. And he was like, is that okay? Can I send you some? I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, you know, if you're just going to give it away, I mean, you know, why not? So he sent me a fairly sizable stack of stuff, so let's go through it. First from Agfa, we have Fuck the Devil and Fuck the Devil 2, Return of the Fucker. How do I say this nicely? These are 2 of the worst movies I've ever seen. They're awful. There's like really nothing here that is good. So there's the back. We got Bro in the Evil Dead shirt and the Spirit Halloween mask. The movies are like 10 minutes. Like, they're not okay. They're shot on video. Okay. So the director's cuts of both of these films are 29 minutes each. So they're shorts. They're very, very homemade. And I don't know. Something like this could be charming, but it's not. Like, it's just not good. I don't know. I really tried, but even at 30 minutes, it was like really, really trying my patience. And I don't know. I know some people just really love these, I guess, for the inherent charm or something that's in them, or just like how silly or goofy they are or something. But for that kind of thing, there's other stuff for that, I think. Yeah, suffice it to say, these didn't do much for me. More from Agfa. I haven't seen this one yet, but The Black Crystal? If anybody has opinions on this one, let me know. Oh, on that Fuck the Devil set, there were some short films too, and I watched all of them. I mean, I really tried with this to give this person a fair shot, you know? It is what it is. I remember when this came out, not the film, but the release. I remember talking about it. But I'll check it out and see how it is. It's only 70 minutes, so that's pretty digestible. More SOV stuff, preserved from the original 1-inch tape master, commentary, interview, and some shorts. Oh, and the VHS version of the film. Not really sure what is different about that, but okay. So we'll check this out. Next. Oh, fun. I watched this with my friend and we enjoyed it. This is Girls' School Screamers. I like this movie. I don't know. People shit on it. It's got a really low rating. It's not generally well acclaimed, but and then we have different artwork here, if you can see that. Yeah. And then the slipcover is different too, but I didn't get it with the slipcover, which is fine. But the slipcover is pretty cool, honestly. So actually, let's pull it up. They still got hella stock of this. I don't know. I like that slipcover. At an exclusive all-girls college, a group of chronically misbehaving students are rewarded for their bad behavior by being assigned with the task of cleaning a magnificent old mansion with a deadly past in preparation for its grand reopening by the school. But when the girls discover and use a dusty old Ouija board, they accidentally revive a terrifying evil spirit, which begins dispatching them by cleaver, hook, car, and more. Can they put an end to the carnage before none are left alive? I don't know, can they? I enjoyed Girls' School Screamers, just cheesy fun, nothing serious. Yeah. Like, there's nothing it's not like incredible or anything like that. It's just like kind of a fun time, you know? But I think it's got like really nice cinematography. I think it's got some cool kills and sequences and sets and weird shit going on. I don't know. I think it's kind of like a fun, like kind of vibe movie, you know? Like I dug it and I like some of the visuals in it. And yeah. Maybe because my expectations were so low. But if you just want like a classic era kind of B slasher, you could do a lot worse. I like this one. And then we got going over here. Ooh. When you watched some of this with me, I don't remember if you finished it. Herencia diabolica. I don't remember what that translates to in English. This is a killer doll movie. It's kind of like a Chucky ripoff, but it's both better and worse than Child's Play. I mean, it's just worse, but it has more charm to it, and it's more strange and unhinged. And for that, I enjoy it. Diabolical inheritance. That's what it means. Yeah, I enjoyed this. I thought it was really dumb and weird. Yep, diabolical inheritance. When Tony, a successful businessman, receives a call informing him that he has inherited his late aunt's vast estate, he uproots himself and his wife, Annie, from New York to Mexico City while adjusting to and exploring their new Gothic home. Tony and Annie come upon a mysterious clown doll. Although merely unnerved by the doll's strange appearance at first, Annie soon becomes concerned as it begins turning up out of nowhere in every corner of the house. When a series of fatal accidents occur on or near the couple's property, with the doll always at the scene, Tony and Annie come to the terrifying realization that a sinister force has possessed it and begin a race against time to figure out how to bring the carnage to an end. The Trash Mex podcast did an episode on this, which I really enjoyed. I think this might be on YouTube for free if you just want to watch it. It is SOV and it is so you know the quality definitely has a ceiling, but they did the best they could with it, and it is it looks pretty decent, honestly. Degausser video or Degosser video. I have to get used to it. Degosser video. Ooh, can I pick a backdrop? Are there backdrops available? Hell yeah, dude. Oh, there's some good options here. I think I like this one. He's just being a weird guy, you know? Yo. So that's what he looks like. I can't do clowns, no go from me, unfortunately. Oh. Well, this is pretty weird, because, you know, with Chucky, with Child's Play, when he turns, he just stays as a doll, but they like animate him and stuff, and like there's special effects going on and everything. In this movie, it's just a doll until it comes to life, and then it is subbed with a little person actor. And it is really uncanny and weird and creepy and bizarre. There's a lot of chase scenes where they're really just kind of walking because he can't run that fast. I'm definitely afraid of clowns. That would terrify me. Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. I don't share a fear of clowns, but I know it's pretty common, so yeah. I've been to a clown burlesque show with Val. I don't think that would be your thing, huh? I'm neutral on clowns. I know Val's really into clowns. While I understand this is absolutely hilariously awesome, the little person actor is dead, so he won't be haunting you. I mean, if you're a type of person that believes in haunting, that would be the prerequisite for haunting, right? Like, you wouldn't have to worry about it if he was alive, but now that he's dead, he might. Am I understanding that correctly? Okay, next. Once again, from our friends at Severn Films, we have Brides of Blood. I don't know much about this, other than that it looks cool, and I'm excited to see it. I like this weird guy on the back. I don't know how well I could get that to show up on camera. That's pretty good. Do you see him? What's this guy doing? I don't know, but I like it. Ooh, there's reversible cover art on this. The other side is Island of Living Horror, directed by Eddie Romero of Apocalypse Now. Original uncut version shot entirely on location in the Philippines. Nice. Okay, Witness. A montage of special horrific effects. Experience the devastating power of evil. Feel in human depraved cravings. Watch this horror movie if you dare. From the depths of human consciousness comes a legend to make your blood run cold. An island cursed by Satan himself, bringing death and destruction to all. I mean, this sounds like fun to me. So Island of Living Horror or Brides of Blood? I think Brides of Blood is a better title. I mean, I guess it depends on what the movie's about, but that's catchier, you know? Moving along, we have from Culture Shock, which has definitely been hit or miss for me. And there's some wild shit going on this cover. We have Thrust. I don't know too much about this. I think it's sold out. And I mean, they're not on the site anymore, but still. Oh, okay. The End of Men. Could do worse. Or policy. Loved it. This is how the world should end, says Frank Henenlotter. It's a pretty good person to get for your full quote for your exploitation movie, right? I thought Thrust was god-awful. Hopefully you have a better time. Hopefully. Next, Attack of the Beast Creatures. Big fan of this one. I did a review for this back in the day. It still exists as a short on this channel that you can go watch. We do have reversible cover art, which is fun. This is sick, actually. I really like this. Damn, I might have to flip this. Okay, hold on. I'm so bad at gauging camera stuff. Hell Island. I don't know, man. That's pretty sick. I think I'm going to flip it. Because it still says Attack of the Beast Creatures on the spine, which is the title I know it by. So that's why I would want to keep that. But this is also the poster I'm familiar with. But I don't know, man. Hell Island is pretty sick. I'm going to give that a shot. Let's flip that. This movie's really dumb, and it's kind of offensive, but it's also very silly and enjoyable and stupid. So let's see. I'm going to pull it up over here so that we can see the little beast creatures together. You can kind of see them here. It's kind of a nasty movie. There's some pretty bloody stuff that happens in here. Ooh, there he is. There they are. So yeah, that's what they look like. I think that this is a little bit offensive because they're like native to the island and they're like monstrous red creatures that eat people. But setting that aside, it's a fun movie. We're going to go with this. Nice. Yeah, this is a silly movie, but I enjoy it. These kind of go together. So I'm going to put them together. But we have from AGFA and Yellow Veil Pictures, respectively, Wakaliwood Action, Wakaliwood Supa Action, Volume 1, and Once Upon a Time in Uganda, the documentary about these films. So there's your original art for that. There's your reversible art for that. So these are like Ugandan action movies, exploitation movies that are supposed to be really great. Or at least fairly singular. So I've been wanting to see them for a minute, and now I have the means, so I'm excited about that. This first volume has Who Killed Captain Alex and Bad Black. And then next we have, it's just two left. We have from AGFA, A lot of ACFA in this stack. Scary Tales. I am not a fan of this artwork. I think it's gross. So there's that. Who Killed Captain Alex is extremely fun. I'm not too big on Bad Black, though. Okay, well, I'll be excited to check them both out. The reversible is almost the same. I just think it's just kind of a gross image, honestly. Okay. Yeah, this is one that they did back in the day, I think, and then it was reissued. Super charming. It says Holly Horror on Letterboxd. So, you know, kind of digging deep for the price there. But anyway, it's a SOV 70 minutes. Should go down pretty easy. So check that out. And then finally, and we'll be done with all the subscriber unboxings for the past year or so. I think, actually, yes, because the last time I did this was on my birthday last year. So that is literally, yeah, it's been a year to the day since I've done any of these. And then the last one is Redneck Zombies, the first release from Degosser Video. And I have not checked this one out yet, but I believe, yeah, this is a trauma joint SOV thing. So I guess Steven likes to try out SOV films and doesn't tend to like them. And then they go to me. So, hey, I'm happy with that. I like SOV films. So, okay, that's it. I'd like to take a moment to thank our newest patron, Chris Haskell. I'd also like to thank our accomplices, Ann PM, Anthony Listro, The Boogeyman's Closet, Dana Jordan Rothschild, The Disconnected, Dr. Jeff Butcher, Dustin Putman, George Strang, Nosferatu 1334, Possessed Washing Machine, S. Butler, Sasha Babashasaurus, and Stephen Perkins. If you'd like to be counted amongst their ranks, the link is in the description.